and we're joined now by the junior senator from the state of Missouri, Mr. Blunt. Welcome to KMOX.
Well, how you doing?
Great, sir. Hey, you spent a lot of time being the whip in the Missouri House. Have you been whipping those votes? How do the Cardinals come down when it comes to your colleagues in the Senate? Who are they choosing?
Well, I think the momentum's with the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals had such a great finish, and what an unlikely end of the season. Just defied all odds by the way they've played ball since about the middle of August, and I think there's quite a bit of natural support for the Cardinals. But the Texans are the Texans, so we're not going to convince the two of them. And I think Senator McCaskill and I are betting some Ted Drew's ice cream will never have to deliver against some ice cream from Texas. But we're pretty sure that we're not going to have to deliver ours. But it would be a great for them if they got it. But I don't think they're going to get it because I believe the Cards are going to win. And Wednesday and Thursday are going to be big nights in St. Louis, and I'm going to be here working in the United States Senate instead of being there.
We don't want no stinking ice cream from Texas. They can keep it so far as I'm concerned.
No doubt. Senator, you said you're staying in D.C. What will you all be working on?
Well, we've got the Ag FDA Rural Development Appropriations Bill that I'm the leading Republican on the floor right now and will be through sometime Thursday. And then I think the majority leader wants us to vote on whether or not the federal government should pay school teachers in principally places like New York and California. And we'll see how that goes. But I think their next step is to now try to take pieces out of the jobs bill that doesn't look like much of a jobs bill to me, but to just continue that political effort to talk about what's not happening to get jobs done. Remember, the Congress gave the president everything he wanted in his first 2 years as president, and it clearly hasn't produced the results. And so now it seems to me that they're desperately trying to find somebody to blame. I don't think that's going to work.
What?
A lot of people are saying that Congress hasn't accomplished much, but you did pass some pretty significant trade legislation just earlier, or I guess last week, right?
Well, we did. I'm on the side that says that Congress hasn't accomplished much. We haven't. The Senate. I've only been in the Senate 9 months, but it's been way over that. It's been over 900 days since the Senate passed the annually required budget that the House and Senate both are supposed to pass every year by April the 15th. But I thought the trade bills were a good thing. I worked hard with the White House to try to create a moment where that could happen. I was pleased the day after those bills passed to have the White House Chief of Staff call me and say thanks for working with us to get these bills up there. And, part of what I did was get a dozen Republicans, including me, to say we really don't agree with our leaders on this topic of whether or not we'd vote for trade adjustment assistance if that's what it takes to get the trade bill sent up. So we're going to vote for trade adjustment assistance, which is designed to help people whose jobs were impacted by trade, who lost their jobs because of trade, and we don't mind doing that. And that means you should go ahead and send these bills up. And it still took a couple of months to get the bills up, but I think most people watching this saw that bipartisan moment, if you will, as the moment that began to break the logjam of getting these 3 trade agreements, which are really good for our state. They're good for Missouri agricultural products, but they're also good for Missouri manufactured products.
He is United States Senator Roy Blunt. He's been our guest. He's rooting for the St. Louis Cardinals, and he's trying to get some work done in Washington. Senator Blunt, thanks so much for joining us.
In fact, I'm going to walk right away from this call and go cast a vote on some of the amendments on the bills we were just talking about. And go Cardinals.
Go
I'll see
Cardinals.
both of you guys soon.